Hello and welcome to this Roth IRA challenge. I've been so excited to share with you what the Roth IRA challenge is and how you can get involved and how you can join me live to take your first trade in your Roth IRA. So stay tuned. So first of all, why should you even start investing? Well, number one, it's because you have the ability to put your money into companies that could potentially return a profit. So for example, if you start investing at age 30 and invest $100 per week, in 35 years, you could have over $800,000. That's just $100 a week or $400 a month. That is amazing because most of that is profit. You would have only contributed $168,000. Isn't that amazing to invest $168 and potentially have $800,000? Of course it is. And if you start at 40, you can see that there's even more money to gain. So in 25 years, if you're investing $250 per week, you could end up with over $800,000, but you would have contributed a little bit more. So the important thing to remember here is the earlier you start, the better, because you have more time for your money to grow. So what is a Roth IRA? Well, I'm really excited to share with you what's so important about an IRA. But first, I really want you to understand that you can do this, because I know at this point you're probably thinking, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know anything about investing, but I want to tell you that with a little bit of education and a little bit of time, your money could potentially grow. And I know that you may want to have a comfortable retirement one day, right? And you don't want to work forever. How can you get there? You could double or even triple your savings, just as we saw on the last slide. It's totally possible. And you can become financially free one day where you really don't have to trade your time for money anymore. So who am I? Who's this person telling you all about financial freedom and how to invest? Well, I'm sure I'm probably just like you. That's me in the photo there with my mom, and I just love how beautiful her hair is in this photo. But I'm the daughter of teen parents. And believe it or not, I was kind of a bad student growing up, believe it or not. But once I realized that I could take control of my own life, I got really serious and I started working at 14 to make extra money for myself. And even though we were financially insecure and we didn't have a lot, I was able to go to college on student loans. So I know somebody out there can relate about the student loans. But one thing I can say about me, one thing I can say about my mom and my dad is that we're all very persistent. We don't give up. We believe in ourselves. And I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to believe that your wildest dreams could come true. So let's fast forward from that beautiful little girl in the picture to 2017. In 2017, I thought everything was perfect in my life until I started going through a divorce. Well, at that point, I realized just how bad off I was with money. I thought that I had everything together, the beautiful house, the beautiful child, a husband, and once the marriage dissolved, I realized I was almost back at square one financially. And since I did grow up without and a lack of finances, I realized that I felt like that little girl all over again. The most I knew about investing or money was saving in a CD. Who can relate? A CD. But now I realize that just saving in a CD is not enough. And in 2017, when I went through that divorce, I realized I got to do more than savings accounts and CDs. But I just didn't know what to do. I wish there was someone there who could have held my hand. Well, since there wasn't anyone there to hold my hand, I had to take it upon myself to learn these skills myself, because I said I'm never going to be financially insecure again. Can you relate? I did not want to ever become poor again. And even though I had a Ph.D. in my mind, my mindset was that potentially that could be me. So fast forward to my 40s, and I actually became financially free. And I cannot believe all the places I've been able to share my story of how I did it. So I've traveled the world, become a tenured professor, and at 41, I left my tenured position to what I now see as a break, which I thought I was going to be retiring and never working again. But I do enjoy teaching, I enjoy coaching, and so those are things I think I would always do no matter how much money I had. So I'm very thankful to be in the position where I don't have to trade my time for money. I can do what I love when I want, take breaks as I need to. It's a really, really wonderful place to be in. So back to the initial question, what is a Roth IRA? Well, the great thing about a Roth IRA is no matter when you put the money in, no matter what age you start, you can always take out your contributions. I want to say that first because I know some people are really hesitant about investing. So that's why the Roth IRA is such a great place to start, because if for some reason you do need to take the money out to live on, or there's some large emergency, you can always take your contributions out without penalty. But outside of that, the real benefit of a Roth IRA is that it is a retirement account. That's really what it's made for. And you put the money in after you receive your paycheck, so that money has already been taxed. And guess what? Since it's already been taxed, the IRS will also allow the growth of that money, so all the interest and dividends, to grow tax-free also. So at retirement, when you withdraw the money, you can withdraw the money tax-free. So let's dig into the rules about a Roth IRA so you can see if you're eligible. Well, the very first thing is you must have earned income. What is earned income? That means you worked for it. It can't be passive in any way. Second, you must own your account for 5 years and be 59 and a half or older to withdraw your money without any tax requirement. So basically, as long as you started 5 years before you need it, or 5 years before 59 and a half, when you're 59 and a half, you can access your money without any penalty or tax. Now, if you decide to early retire, there is a way to get the money out besides just your contributions. But that's not for this video, but I do want you to know there are other options for you. So again, remember, you can withdraw your contributions at any time, but let me give you some more of the benefits of a Roth IRA and why I think it's such a great vehicle for early retirement or just retirement in general. Number one, there are no required minimum distributions. So a typical retirement account, such as a traditional IRA or a 401k at your workplace, will require you to take money out of it starting usually around age 70. Now you're probably thinking by 70, yeah, I'm going to be taking money out of it. But you never know, because your account could grow so high that maybe you don't need to take out a lot. Maybe you just take out a little, but those other accounts will have required minimum distributions, but a Roth doesn't have that. And with a Roth, you can continue to invest forever as long as you have earned income. And last but not least, again, there are no taxes for you and likely no taxes for your beneficiaries. So this is one of those accounts that people love to pass down to their heirs and keep passing it down, creating generational wealth for years to come. So let's say you're sold now and you can invest in this Roth IRA, and now we're going to talk about how much can you put in, and that really is dependent upon your income level. Now, let's just say that you can meet all the income requirements. The maximum contribution amount for 2024 is $7,000 for those who are under age 50. If you're 50 or older, you get something called a catch-up. So during the catch-up, you can invest $8,000 a year. Your earnings grow tax-free. There's no penalty on your contribution withdrawals. And again, you can pass this down to your heirs. Now let's talk about some of the income restrictions. So you can contribute to a traditional IRA regardless of how much you earn. That doesn't matter. But you're not eligible to open a Roth if you make too much money. So let's talk about what that is. So the IRS goes by something called your modified adjusted gross income, or your MAGI. This is where you want to pull out a tax return. You don't want to guess on this one, okay? You want to make sure. So I want you to pause this video and study this chart first, but let's just take a look here at the chart. So let's say that you're single. You're not married, unmarried. If you're single, as long as you are at $146,000 a year or less with your adjusted gross income, then you can contribute up to $7,000. So when I say contribute, I mean that's how much money you can put in. When you put the money in the Roth IRA, you're then going to buy stocks or bonds or mutual funds or real estate investment trust. There's so many different types of vehicles that you can invest in, but that's what you're going to do with the money. You have to put the money in, and then you take the money and purchase an equity or bond. Now, so again, if you're single and let's say you make between a little more than 146,000, but less than 161, there is a partial contribution you can do. And it's somewhat of a sliding scale. So you'll need to just do a search for a calculator to see how much you're eligible to contribute. And if you make more than 161,000 in your modified adjusted gross income, unfortunately, you won't be able to contribute to the Roth. But there's always a back door. We'll talk about that in a moment. Married, filing joint, as long as you're under 230,000, you can contribute up to that 7,000. And these are 2024 numbers, and so this will change every year, more than likely. All right, so let's look at some more of the restrictions here. So you may contribute to that traditional IRA and a Roth IRA. But again, there's a max for both of those in total. No more than 7,000 under 50 and no more than 8,000 if you're over 50. You can max out the Roth IRA as well as a workplace 401k, which is around 23,000 for 2024. So you can do both of those. That's about 30,000 a year you could invest. Now, there is something called a backdoor. So if you've hit that income limit and you cannot invest in that Roth, that's okay. You can do something called a Roth as an option. You definitely want to work with your accountant on this and maybe an investment advisor to make sure that you do it correctly, because you will essentially pay the taxes on the money that's coming from your traditional IRA. So you'll move money from your traditional IRA into your Roth. And I'm giving you the very, very, very simplified explanation of this, as you can see here on the screen. But you definitely want to work with a professional to do this to make sure that you pay the appropriate amount of taxes. So why is all this so important? Well, because the stock market has been known to make millionaires. I myself have been so fortunate in the stock market to reach $750,000 in just 4 years. And within 5-6 years, my money continues to grow. And so how does that happen? Well, when companies do really well that are on the stock market, they have to share those profits with their shareholders. So if you own a share of the stock, it's basically you giving some money saying, hey, I'm going to invest in you, in your company, use this money to grow the company. And when they grow the company, they give you back some of the profits. So let's take a look at the S&P 500 over the past few years. So in 2023, the S&P S&P 500 was up 24%. Where can you go and make 24% on your money? And this is not day trading. This is not crypto. This is not Bitcoin. This is the S&P 500. And if you're not even sure what that is, then you definitely want to go check out the Wealthy Achiever on your own course, because that's where I break down exactly what the stock market is. What is a stock? How does it work? What is a bond? What's the difference between that and mutual funds? All the information you need to know about the stock market. And again, how to invest, how to open an investment account that's outside of a retirement account, and how to invest in it. But just looking at this screen here, you can definitely see how easy it was for me to invest some portion of my money and for my money to triple. Just look at these amounts. So yes, you see the red there. It's not always up. It's not guaranteed to always be up. But there is an average return of about 10% over time, over the entire time the stock market has been open. How does that sound so far? Isn't that amazing? So how would it feel for you to have a $5,000 emergency fund, having lots of breathing room in your paycheck where you don't feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck, and you're actually putting away a good amount of money for your retirement, and just to see that money flowing from your paycheck into your savings, into your retirement, and you knowing that you're doing all you can to prepare for your future? Does that sound good? Is that something that you want? Of course it is. That's what we call financial freedom. So here's Danielle, and I love Danielle, and she was in one of the past cohorts of the Wealthy Achiever program, the mastermind that I do every so often, 2 or 3 times a year. And Danielle just really wanted to express how much she learned about the 401k and about the Roth and the advantages of each one, and she didn't know about these accounts in detail or how to maximize them for her benefit. But now she's on track to retire in 7 to 10 years. Isn't that crazy? That is amazing. It's all about how much you know. So here is the challenge that I have to you. I want you to max out your Roth IRA this year. Can you do it? I also am going to take the challenge. I have some earned income, right? I'm self-employed, and I'm going to invest over the year. So I'm going to decide, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to break up that $7,000 between now and the end of the year. Well, technically you get until tax day the following year, but we'll just say till the end of the year. So how much money am I going to invest each month, or am I going to just do some quarterly investing? So you'll have to attend the live workshop, the live Roth IRA challenge, before I tell you my secret and my schedule, exactly how I'm going to do it. But I want you to attend the live Zoom and make your first trade with me. So we're going to trade together on our live workshop. Now, the other thing I'll tell you is once you sign up, you will get immediate access to some really, really wonderful resources that you need. So the main one is you're going to get access to step-by-step how to open your Roth IRA account. You really need to know how to do that. You don't want to fumble that. You don't want to mess that up. And it will take a few days before your account is ready for you to make a trade. So you want to do that as soon as possible so that it's open and it's funded and it's ready to go when we're ready to make our trades. All right, and also within your membership area, once you sign up for the challenge, you're going to receive my Budget Bestie spreadsheet, which I use to budget my money every month, every penny of it, so that I can make sure that I'm maximizing my retirement savings and investing. And I'm going to share with you a couple of more videos on investing and how truly this accumulation of money works. And I'm going to break it down. Even if you just have $50 to invest, if I were you, what would I do with that $50 to get started, to grow it to $125K, and what I would do to grow it to $750K? That's a lot of money, right? And more. There's discounts. There's just so many other things that's in that membership area. Trackers, so that you can track how much money you're putting in and how much money you're making, and hopefully not losing, right? But depending on where the stock market is at the time, sometimes it will take a dip, right? But over time, it has always gone back up. And right now, at the time of the filming of this particular video, we're at an all-time high. So this is what the back end looks like. This is just a quick little screenshot to show you the videos that will be there. Of course, we're going to do our live event where we're going to trade together. And then after that, we will have the video uploaded into your membership area, and you will have up to 12 months to access all of the videos, all of the trackers, all of the resources will be at your fingertips. So what are you waiting for? If not now, when are you going to start? So I want to tell you about one of my other achievers that has been in the Wealthy Achiever program. And she says that for the first time since the day she took out her first student loan, she has a positive net worth. Wow. She never even looked at her net worth until she finished my bundle of classes. Can you believe that? My next immediate goal is hitting that max contribution limit for the Roth IRA. That is a testimony, if I must say so myself. Could you imagine what that would feel like to max out your Roth IRA? Let's do it together. Now, because I'm really serious about this and I want you to take that first trade, I want you to invest in yourself. And again, this is not day trading. This isn't quick money. It's not quick money. Okay. It's not day trading. It's not taking a lot of risk. It shouldn't get your anxiety up, right? This is investing for the long term. This is investing for your future. So we don't invest money that we need next month to pay our car note or our rent or anything. This is money we're investing for our future. And because I believe so much in this, I'm going to also throw in a bonus to help you learn a skill that for sure is in demand, and that is analytics. I know you've heard about data analytics, and so I want to teach you through my Microsoft Analytics course how to do things like a what if analysis, how to create if statements, and all of these things you may have heard of at work, and maybe you're not really comfortable on how to perform them in the analytics, how to predict when a customer is going to leave. All of these things you've been hearing about, but maybe you don't particularly know exactly how to do them. Now is your chance. I'm going to include this Microsoft Excel course in the bundle. So you're going to have access to this when you sign up for the Roth IRA Challenge Workshop, but only if you do it by February 9th. Because I need you to get moving, because you must open your account so that when we meet for our event, your account is all set up. Does that sound good? So there is a small fee to get signed up during this early bird special. And please do not wait, because the amount of the fee will increase as time goes on and spots become more and more limited, because I could only have so many people on the Zoom. So make sure you're one of the first people to sign up for our Roth IRA Challenge. See you soon.